Welcome to another Designing Gals Thursday. So today we're going to be doing, this is actually a sign and ribbon set from my shop. I love this. It's like a vintage 4th of July with the little gnomes on it. And I think it's adorable. So, we're going to use a burlap color to do a poof. And then we're going to use this beautiful, look at this, with the red and white stripes on it. So that's what we're going to put for Ruffles. And then I think we're going to cut just a little bit of curls from this and put it back on the top. Just so we can get that kind of back up to the top. Alright, so let's get out some zip ties. That way we can get our poof started. So how are y'all today? Hopefully y'all are doing well. Why is it not showing me? Whoop. Okay, we'll come back to that in a second. So I'm just going to start by gathering the ends, just like this. Just kind of pinch them together so that all the yuckiness is down at the bottom. And trim it off. I just like to start with a nice clean edge. Oh yeah, you got your Canada sign. I'm so excited. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to tie it on right before a tie. So like right here. Okay. There we go. So I'm not going to use that tie. My zip tie works as my first tie. I just like that because it kind of keeps everything nice and clean. That's just something I do. You don't have to do that if you don't want to. You can use that first tie. Really up to you. Alright, so now we're going to go over to the second tie and come back to the first tie. That way all of our poofs are the same size and it's the easiest way. Alright, so second back. Second back. I happened to find this by accident when I was measuring out with one of the Perfect Tails. I was doing this, and when I hit it, I realized it was hitting that second tie. I was like, okay, let's just do that. That's even easier. The things you discover after doing it for years. Don't know why things hit you when they do. So how are y'all doing this afternoon? Hopefully everyone's doing well. Now some of these ties might be spaced a little differently, but it's going to be very minuscule. So you shouldn't see it. I'm good. How are you? Okay. Hopefully Mama will be able to get on. She's been getting on. She's not been able to comment. You'll know how lovely it is when that happens. Okay. I do tie it on a good full turn. Okay. So when I get to that last tie, I'm still going to do it. I'm just going to kind of go right over that first loop. Just kind of flatten it and go to that second one and then come back to the first one. I'm going to tie right there. Yes, I'm still going to have a retreat in the fall. We're just trying to figure out where it's going to be. All right. It's looking like October. I will tell you that. So I'm going to open the ties up. That. We do. We have both of these mesh in our store. And the ribbons. You can get the whole thing except for the frame. It is getting so hard to find frames, I'm telling you. Okay. But you can make your own frame. Okay. So I used a zip tie to tie it up to the top. And I do that so I don't have this weird little lump here. Oh, I'm so glad. So I'm going to go over across to that second one. Come back. I didn't get a good grip. Okay. So the ones on the top will be a little bit smaller because it is an elevated wreath form, and it should look like that. It looks a little better if the ones on the top are a little bit smaller. So it's totally normal if they look a little bit smaller. There's not as many ties up there. Yeah, this is actually a jute mesh. It just has that cream color in it. See, and it works really well with this kind of vintage look that we have. And I forgot to send the message that we were going live. Dang, I gotta remember to do that. So I forgot to text y'all, I'm sorry. We'll get used to it. And if you haven't signed up for the text yet, make sure you do. What is it? 864-465-8401. Is that right, Al? I think that's right. All right. How many did I have at the last one? We had 32, I believe. I believe we had 32. I don't want it to get too big because then you kind of lose that, you know, that personal part of it. Yeah. Okay, so last one. So I skipped that tie. Now I'm coming back to it. Now you won't be able to tell where I started. See, I did remember. 864-465-8401. And in the comments, in the little text part, you just put the word live, L-I-V-E. And it'll put you in the correct list. And then I'll text you when we're going live. And if you put your birth dates in, you might get a little message from me when your birthday comes up. Okay. Alrighty. So I use a zip tie to put this in. Now this I highly recommend. It gives it a finished look and it's going to prevent it from coming out of the wreath. So you really want that one. That one's important. Do you love getting notifications? Me too. It's a lot easier to deal with, right? All right, so let's cut some of these so we can put some back in. So when I do a poof, and then I'm going to come back and put something in, I'm going to go about 8 inches. They're pretty easy to cut because you can cut several at once. Okay. This also makes the wreath fuller. Gives it a whole other texture, another color on the top. And then you don't lose your mesh. You know how sometimes when you're making a wreath and you get all that pretty mesh on and then you put the ribbons on, you kind of lose the mesh? Well, this is how you kind of put it back in. How you put it right back in so you don't lose it. At least this is my method. This is the method I like. Okay. I just cut however many I can get. And if I don't get completely enough, that's okay. Because there's going to be a sign in there, and when it gets towards the end, it gets very curly. So let's cut this in. There we go. Just about there. Yep. So that's the last of it. 79. It is like 88 here, or 89 here today. So I think we'll get 2 more. Okay. Take this little tape off. I like the tape better than I like the staples. Ugh, I don't like it when they staple it. Kind of ruins it. All right. Now we can get started. All right, so we'll do our ruffle. This is my 18th piece, which really stinks, but not a lot I can do about it. They curled it up like they do. Just trim that part off. Okay. All right. So with this ruffle, you can just do the messy ruffle. Just kind of almost ruffle it in on itself. Okay. And then you're just going to place it down. Right here. Just like that. And then, oh, let me show you the ribbons. I didn't even show you the ribbons. So we've got the Uncle Sam Fireworks. We have a blue. Those two go together. Then we have a red and the Patchwork. I like the Patchwork. Okay. So the ribbons are cut at 12 inches. Yeah, I don't really use the wood burner unless I'm making flowers. If you will keep your rotary cutter sharp, like change that blade out when it gets dull, you don't really need to use that. Unless you really want to do something like a flower, and then you want it. Okay, so we put them on, got our ribbon coming out front. Trim these off. And you see how we brought that color back up to the top. So now we won't lose that layer because we're going to be using it up on top. Have you tried replacing the blade? Because usually you can just replace the blade in them and then they work well again. They come with, if it didn't come with blades, then you can still get them. You just look online and you can get them. That's the best thing, is that you just replace the blades. You don't have to replace the whole thing. This one seems big. This must be that last one we had. Let's curl it in this way. Okay. Yep, they're on my influencer shop. Okay, so we fold them out, kind of bend them over. Trim it off. And there we go. Now we've got all our little colors. Okay. And as you'll see, I like to do 2 at a time and get the whole thing done and then move on. I just find it faster to do it that way. Okay. Alrighty. And it's super easy to get your wreath nice and full. It's all about the method you use. Don't y'all love this mesh? I love it. You're not going to see a whole lot of it until we get it on the top, and then you'll start really seeing it. Is that you, Dad? Is that you, Brianna? Oh, hey! I was like, who's that noise from?
I wasn't sure if you had a pickup thing.
Yeah, there should be. Is there not sitting right there by the front? Yeah, that's it. Mm-hmm. The mail's here. Okay. Okay. Alrighty. I ship in 22 by 22 by 6 boxes for my wreaths. Unless it's a little bit smaller, and then I'll use a 2026. You want to keep your dimensions down because that keeps the price down. And I'll ship UPS, or I'll ship FedEx for the wreaths. They're cheaper that way. Let's do this one. Your toddler's talking to me? That's funny. Hey, I talk to the TV sometimes. Don't y'all talk to the TV sometimes? Like, especially when something's not going the way you want it to. Yep, I will. I'll be talking to the TV. Okay. Yeah, when you sign up for the tech stuff, make sure you put your birthday in so I can wish you happy birthday. I'm excited about that. I'm waiting for somebody to have birthday so I can send them a birthday text. So I think that'll be fun. Okay. He says, yeah. That's funny. You will holler at the TV. Yeah, me too. Me too. Let's put these two up. Two of these. You can open the door if you want. The garage door. Okay, put this one in. If y'all are wondering who I'm talking to, the mail lady's here. Your birthday was 2 weeks ago? Well, happy late birthday. Yeah. Your children say you could talk to a stop sign. My dad could talk to a stop sign. He talks to himself all the time. He'll start doing something and he'll start talking to it. My husband calls it, oh, he's circling and talking again. He just kind of, you know, he just kind of talks to himself. Shh, Bella, hush. Bella. Bella, sit down, baby. Let her do her job. Come on, baby girl. All right. So I hope y'all got to see Katie's live early. What's that? All right. So I hope you got to see Katie's live earlier. She was on earlier today on Crazy Maisie Creations. Bella, come here, baby. She doesn't need your help. And Melissa was on before me. And then Doreen comes on after me. Lots of fun on Thursdays. On Designing Gals Thursdays. And make sure you join the Designing Gals Market. And see what our wreath of the month is. I did put a little sneak peek of my wreath of the month for next month on Facebook and YouTube if y'all are curious. It is a fall one, and it is so cute. It's so cute. Dupani ribbon. Dupani ribbon is not my favorite. I will tell you that. It's kind of, to me, it looks like you need to get an iron out and iron it. Yep, so Burlap Boutique is Melissa. Door Designs is Doreen. And Katie is Crazy Maisie Creations. And we have been friends for a very long time. Since the very first Wreath Makers Live. Whew! So hot. There we go. Alrighty. Okay. One more on this level. Yeah, just stuck on 39. I'll just stay at 39. I'm okay with that. Okay. All right. There we go. So we got the bottom done. So I'm going to work on the top. Alrighty. Thank you. Alrighty. There we go. Go. So we got 2. Let's do our 2. I probably need to see how many we have. 2, 4, 6, 8. So not quite enough, but pretty close. Okay. All right, here we go. So just on the top, we're going to spread the ribbons out so we can see the full ribbon. On the bottom, you can't really do that because it kind of tends to squash down and it ruins the pretty placement. I don't like that. So I just move them out front because it just takes too long otherwise. All right. Listen, my mom and dad are 88 and they're still going strong, so you can't worry about that stuff. All right. Let's get 2 more. More of these. So how long have y'all been making wreaths? I have been making wreaths for, how long have I been making wreaths for? About 20 years? I guess that dates myself, but yep, about 20 years I've been making wreaths and selling wreaths for a very long time. Very long. As a matter of fact, when my husband and I were first married, probably before we got married, I made his mother and my mother a wreath. Back then I only did grapevines because they didn't have mesh. But I can tell you I've come a very long way since then. Whew. Lots of trial and error. But that's how you learn, right? That's how you learn. Let's see. Two years. 2 years is good. About a year now. Good. It's addicting, isn't it? You know what's funny? I've done so many crafts in my life. So many. But this is the only one I've ever stuck with, like long term. I just love them. I love wreaths. I love mesh. Mesh is my favorite. I'm not really, well, I make grapevines, but they're not really my favorite. But what I like is every person makes the same wreaths over and over, right? We all make the same stuff, but we all have our own interpretation of it, and that's what I like. And you develop over the years. You do, like anything else. I did it because I'm a CPA, and I was working as a chief financial officer of a big hospital. And the stress, oh my word, the stress about killed me off. So this is what I used to combat the stress. That's how I dealt with it. Your ribbon morphed into a beast of its own. That's why. Because I did them years ago, and then I kind of stopped for a while, and then I got back into it. And that was, well, let's see, 5 years ago is when I started actually making them for a profit and started my YouTube channel 5 years ago. Can you believe it's been that long? Can't believe it's been that long. Yep. I know, I love them together too. It's a good combination. It's all based on the sign. The sign is so cute. I love the sign. I love making signs. They're so much fun. I just got an exciting new machine. Pretty soon I'll be able to do wood signs. I'm so excited. Y'all, I'm so excited. I'm so excited. I've been wanting to do wood signs for a while. Okay. There we go. The color, working with the colors is what keeps me interested. I like working with colors. I don't want to be an interior designer. I just like making stuff. I like making stuff. Oh no, your husband's in the hospital. I'm so sorry. Prayers for him. That's no good. How to make signs. Are you doing the sublimation signs? Or are you doing cricket signs? Or what kind of signs are you doing? I do have some videos on YouTube on how to do some of the sublimation stuff. We also teach that every week in my design group. Woo, y'all, I'm so hot. As soon as I start the cameras and the lights in here, it gets hot like that. It's like everything's nice and cool in here, and then I turn the lights on and it's like hot. It's so hot. Sublimation. You got everything this week. Okay, well tell me, what did you get? Did you get a sawgrass, or did you get, yeah. Did you get a sawgrass or did you get an Epson? Because that makes a difference. And have you picked the program you're going to design on yet? Oh, I'm so sorry, Gilda. That's awful. That's every parent's nightmare, isn't it? My heart just goes out to you. But I understand it's a great therapy. That's why I call it wreath therapy. That's why I've always called it wreath therapy, because that's what it's been for me. Okay. Got 2 left. We did have enough. Woohoo! I'm so glad you've learned so much from me. That's what I want. This is my favorite thing. The teaching part is my favorite thing. You don't know what program to use. So you can actually use Canva. Do you have Canva? You'll need the Pro version. You can use Silhouette Studio. I didn't see what kind you said you had. What kind did you get? What kind of sublimation machine did you get? Okay. There's a lot of great places to get designs if you don't know how to do designs. You can purchase them. You just have to make sure you get the ones that have the license. You want to make sure that you have a license to use the design. Oh, the 2720. Oh, okay. So you got the Epson. Gotcha. Yeah, so I would say Silhouette Studio or Canva are probably going to be the best ones for you. And they're not difficult to learn. I think I'm trying to remember how much the Silhouette Studio is. It's not very much, the Pro version. I want to say it's like $79, and I think the Canva Pro version is like $10 a month, I want to say. Yeah, I do teach sublimation in my group, so look how cute that is. Oh, I love it. All right. So now you can see how well it goes with this sign, because it has a lot of these burlap colors in it. Woo! You don't want to pay for designs. You want to do your own. Okay. Can you draw? Woo! Because what we do is we use Procreate. We have an iPad and we use Procreate, and we draw a lot of our own. Oh no, you had trouble finding the live? Well, this is what we made. Look how cute that is. See how full those are? I am ready to make Halloween wreaths too. As a matter of fact, I took this out because we're going to start doing some fall ones. Look at this. Look how cute that is. And I do have, look at this mesh we got in for Halloween. What did I do with it? Oh, I think they stole it. Dang. I think they put it back. All right, I'll have to go find it. It's purple, and it's like perfect. It's perfect for Halloween. Alright, so let's do a bow. So we got this. Look how cute that is. Oh, I love it. Alright. Whew. I'm sweating, y'all. It didn't take much. Okay. Now, put my sign right there. So we buy some and we make some. We're trying to get to where we can do all of our own, but that takes time. It takes a lot longer to design them than it does to buy them. So, you got that sign for fall? Awesome. Alright, so 10 inches. Let's do 10 inches. Alright. Can y'all believe how fast we're heading towards July 4th? Holy cow. Okay, so 6 inch. Cleaning carpets. Oh my goodness. That doesn't sound like fun. Okay. I have to tell y'all something funny. So my husband and I have reclining chairs at home, and we've had them forever, like 5 years maybe, 5 or 6 years. And Bella loves to sit at the bottom of the reclining chair at my feet. She does it every night. Well, over the weekend, like on Saturday, she was sitting on there, and then all of a sudden, bang, and it broke. The whole metal part at the bottom where Bella sits broke off. So we had to go get a new chair. My husband's side works fine, but mine does not. So I have, the chair part works fine, but I can't pull the recliner out. So she has to sit. I have an ottoman there now, and so she has to sit on the ottoman, and she really doesn't like it. She keeps like falling through the little crack. Poor baby. All right. So we did 2, then 1 loop, 6 inch, 6 inch. Well, I tell you what I would sell it for. So I would probably sell this for maybe 85 or 90. Yeah, cleaning the craft room is not my favorite. Okay, so we're going to do 5 inch here. So when you do 5 inches, then you're able to see all of the ribbon better. So kind of go up a little bit as you're coming up. This is what I called stacked bows. Now, other people might call it a different thing. That's okay. We all kind of have our own little lingo, right? Okay. I accidentally cut 1 too extra of that one. Can you tell? Okay. Oh, thank you. I actually have a pretty awesome price calculator. I need to do a video on it and then give y'all access to it. It's pretty awesome. It will even tell you how much ribbon you've used. Because, you know, I'm a CPA, so my favorite thing, at least from my old life, is spreadsheets. I love spreadsheets. So I like to put things in spreadsheets. No, don't be intimidated by bows. You can do it. So don't I have blue in here? Yeah. I have. Well, I've been a CPA for, how long have I been a CPA? Maybe 28 years. And so 20 of that I made wreaths so I wouldn't stress out. Alright, so I put my zip tie. there's where the little indentation is. That helps me to get it in the right place. Okay. You've been trying to make bows and you're struggling? Tell me what happens when you make the bow. Give me a little bit more information on what you're struggling with. Let's see if we can figure out what's wrong. Okay, so just run your pipe cleaner through here. Yeah, I like to do solids when I'm doing, so you'll kind of notice when I'm doing patterns, I'll have solids in between to break them up. It's really, I mean, it's great to have lots of patterns in, and that's fine, but you do want something to kind of break those patterns up. All right, so now we're gonna twist. So see, I twist both ways and I pull out. This is how you make sure that your bow is gonna be fluffed out properly. And if you've tied it tight, it's not coming out. I mean, I could really yank on it, just yank, and it's not going anywhere. Thank God for zip ties. Yep, break the bow. Thank you, Angelic. Okay. So you see how nice and fluffy it is? And see, now I can move the loops anywhere I want them to go. And it's because I've loosened it from that center. Oh, okay. Do you have a bow maker that you're using? If you're having trouble getting the ribbons on the sides correctly, you have trouble matching colors. If you have trouble matching colors, get yourself a color wheel. You can get them on Amazon, and they'll tell you what you can use, right? Okay. So ones that are across from each other, those work together, and ones that are adjacent. So like green and yellow, green and blue, green and red, purple and yellow, purple and blue, purple and violet. So you see, that's how you can do with a color wheel. Get a color wheel until you get comfortable. Okay, so you have the same one. So what I would do is when you're pulling your bow off, before you pull it out completely, make sure that all of the things are in the same place. And when you are tying in your zip tie, just take a minute to make sure that your loops, that the zip tie is actually right in the middle and that your loops are still in the right place before you can tighten it down completely. Because you can fix it as long as you haven't completely tightened it. It's correctable. All right, so we'll put our, now if you don't like bows, you don't have to put a bow on. You could put this, you could sell this separate and make it an add-on, a bow for the mailbox. And sometimes I do that. Sometimes I sell it with a bow and sometimes I don't. Some people really like bows, and some people really just like them on their mailbox. And that's okay. Thank you. They weren't always awesome. If you look back at some of my early videos, even then I kind of struggled a little with bows. It just got better as I practiced. My sister is actually the one who showed me how to make a bow. She showed me, because I always struggled with bows. I made them in weird ways. I'll have to show y'all how I used to make bows, because I could never make bows like I make them now. I would stack my bows like, okay, let me get this one curled. We'll have to, maybe next Tuesday when we do our bow video, I'll show you how I used to do them. Because I could make a bow look pretty good, but I couldn't make the whole bow at one time. I had to like make it in chunks. It just took time. All right, so there's the bow. So you can see the bow. Thank you, Mama. So let's see. We're going to put it right here. Maybe we'll put it right in the middle. Let's see. I want it here. Maybe. I like it right there. All right. So we'll just, since I'm going to be kind of tying it this way, I'm going to do my holes on the sides instead of top and bottom. Okay. Okay, here we go. There we go. So I'm just going to put the wire right through the sides. And I like to double it up. That way the wire's a little bit stronger. And I just kind of twist it at the end. There we go. All right. Now this one I'm going to kind of sneak right underneath my bow, right under here, and tie it down to the frame. Because that's the easiest way, the path of least resistance. Yep. That's what we're doing. Okay. I did not make my first wreaths in an hour. It took time. Okay, so with this one, we're going to use our magic tool that Dawn sells in her shop, the weaving needle. Okay, so we just kind of weave it just like a needle, and then you can push it right down through the mesh, because it's just a pain to try to find a good place to put it in when, whoops, I lost it. When you can do it with this little tool. Okay. Okay. So you can push it right through the mesh. And just be careful you don't pull it down too hard so it doesn't smash your wreath. Now I think the gnomes that are out in the yards are creepy, but the gnomes on signs are cute. Because they're not going to like come to life and start walking towards me. Plus my boys liked that movie with the gnomes. They were cuter to me after that. I can't think of what that was called. Oh, look what I did, y'all. I put the sign on backwards. So let me show you how we fix that. We just pick this up and we just twist it around. And voila. Problem solved. Yep, it happens. It happens. I wasn't paying attention. All fixed. It's no big deal. So if that ever happens, now you know. Just pick it up and move it. That's why I like to use pipe cleaners and not zip ties when I'm putting them on this kind of wreath. All right, it's all done. So there's the sign. There's the bow. Everything's on there. We gotta do the Lori shake. Awesome. It is. It was upside down, but we fixed it. I can't help it. Oh, that was funny. Thank you, Angelic. That's so funny. Yep. I did. I totally put it on upside down. That was funny. All right. See, now Mama's going to have to figure out which one's going to be on her door. Do you hate putting signs on? Listen, the sign used to take me forever. It took me forever. It would take me like 20 minutes. And then I started using one of these. This will go right through the mesh. It's plastic. These are the best things ever, and they're cheap. So, get one. Because you can just stick it right through there. You don't have to try to, you know, oh, I can't find the underside, and it just makes it a lot better. Thank you. Well, don't forget to check out Crazy Maisie Creations, Burlap Boutique, and Door Designs, okay? And thank y'all for another wonderful Designing Gals Thursday. And I hope y'all have a wonderful evening. My mom always has a, it's not upside down now. We flipped the bow around so it matched. That was the easiest way to fix it. Yeah. Oh, you got to get your mailbox rail finished. Yes. Awesome. All right, y'all have a wonderful day, and I will see y'all, on Saturday. On Saturday at 5 o'clock, I am in Crazy Maisie Creations, her marathon. I don't think I told y'all. Z and Owl. 5 o'clock on Saturday, and we'll be doing something farmhouse. So either cow or pig, probably. But it'll be fun. It'll be fun. All right, y'all have a great night, and I will see you guys soon. Bye, y'all.